What is up, you guys? The Fallout What If here, and today I'm going to be doing What If Deku Was in the Rosario X Vampire Universe, Part 4, I believe. And before we get on to this subject here, I wanted to say this. While I was on Instagram, doing my other things, I came across what's called a post that was saying something about do not teach men to be, teach men not to be, to see women as sexual objects. I want to tell you this right now, guys. Just be yourselves. Don't look at women that way. I know nobody actually does that these days. Men really don't care. Us men, we don't actually care about that. All right? So please put like a heart on. Please like put. I'm gonna just give you a little bit of a nudge right here. If you guys could put like a little heart or like something to show that you don't care, let's put a laughing face. The laughing face emoji, put it on the comments to show that you really don't care, all right? In this world that keeps going down and down and down, we need to rise up to the challenge, man. We have to do this. This is the fate of humanity. And I'm still talking about Rosario Vampire. So anyway, after that was, what was it called? Somebody was like, okay, you can look. But if you touch me, I put down in the comments what's called. Okay, so, but men are still going to look, you know that? After that, she said, oh, they can look, but if they touch me, they're going to get a knuckle sandwich. And he get a swift kick to the balls. I was like, calm down, Chuck Norris. Let's calm down over here. Sheesh. Who says that? I think Steven Seagal would like go around there. I think Arnold Schwarzenegger would say something like that. And it was a weird girl who was licking a plant. I don't think that kind of advice from somebody like that is needed. But anyway, that was just a little that was something weird that happened today. So I decided to tell you that little story. But this is now, I think I'm going to do like episode 6 and 7 of this show. So what happens is this. Freaking Deku and the others, I think Kurumu and Yukari, Mocha, join the freaking newspaper club. Now, Ging does his whole thing about what story we should do. And they talk about the pervert that's been on campus, which we already know who it is. So, what happens is this. Gin tells the people to set up the flyers. Everything happens as in canon, except for one thing. Deku is told by Gin to crouch down. Or no. I don't think he was told. I think he just did it on his own. And Deku was freaking looking down or looking up by technicality's sake and seeing Mocha's and Kurumu's panties. Alright? Now, while we're on the subject here, Deku just saw his nose began to bleed just a little bit. Gin sees this and says, whoa, wait a minute, Deku, what are you doing? That's kind of weird. And they're like, wait, what happened? Deku is right there, looking at freaking Kurumu and Mocha, and both say, yeah, what happened? Freaking Gin is like, oh, I don't know, something about this guy looking at your panties and all that. I don't really know. And this is when freaking Kurumu and Mocha slap him and say, how could you? And Deku says, wait a minute. I did not mean to look at your panties. And Kurumu says, you could just ask me, you could ask me. And Deku's like, thank you. And Mocha's like, wait a minute, what about me? Sure, I don't like perverts, but I'm not going to just let you look at hers. There's no way. And it's the battle of the gods themselves. These two are like staring at each other. I don't know, like lightning's going between their freaking foreheads. That kind of thing. Freaking Yukari gets mad and says, what about me, Deku? And Deku hugs her and says, don't worry. Just calm down. It's just minor technicalities. Yeah, just minor technicalities here. Look, I don't know what happened. And they're like, you looked at our panties. And Deku says, I didn't mean to look at your panties. I was tying my shoes and I just looked up. And they see freaking Deku's shoes aren't actually tied. Or one of Deku's shoes aren't tied. So, how do you say it? By luck's sake, by all things that are mighty, they believe Deku. Why? Because they know that Deku wouldn't do something like this. I mean, yeah, sure, Deku does become a little perverted every once in a while. He sees something, but that doesn't mean anything. He doesn't just automatically do that for the heck of it. Or does he? Never mind. But anyway, this is what happens here. Deku talks to Mocha, and Mocha is kind of frustrated with him a little bit because even though it was an accident, he still saw her panties. And Deku says, Mocha, come on now. You know I wouldn't do this. She says, I know you wouldn't do this, but because you still saw, I'm still a little mad. Her having her pouty face. Deku says, wait a minute, okay, what if I just let you drink some of my blood so that way we can call ourselves even right here? You can even drink 2 times. Mocha gets excited and says, Deku, I love you once again. After that, she drinks some of his blood, and Deku can handle this, sort of, because being sucked out. Okay, that was that was bad. Having a vampire just suck on your blood isn't easy, basically. Or I don't know. If there's any vampires here on the chat, if there's any vampires here watching, comment down below to tell me how this kind of works. I need your opinions on this. Oh, jeez. But yeah. So Deku just goes the same route that he did in canon, for whatever reason, just because Deku's Deku. And they see freaking, he's walking around, looking up in the air, and he sees Gin. Why does he see Gin? Well, because Gin was looking at the girls. Deku, hold on, give me a second here. Okay, so Deku just is in the wrong place at the wrong time, but they say that it was somebody else. They say, who was it then? And Deku says it was a guy that was up there who had a phone and some rope. Basically, he just makes a little white lie. Technically, it's not a lie because Gin would have a camera or something like that if that happened. But anyway, Deku is around the place, or no. He's explaining everything with his eyes closed and onto the floor because they don't want Deku to be peeping on her or on them. And yeah, he basically explains all that, and they believe him. You know why? Because Deku is a nice guy in the school. He's helped out before. It's not like he's a jerk. And yeah, pretty much that goes, where that pretty much goes. But still, he gets interrogated by Mocha and freaking Kurumu because of the incident. And it's so suspicious that 2 days at this happened twice, or this happened in yesterday, and now it's happening today. They tell him why was he there, and Deku said he was just walking around because that's what he does at times. He just walks around. Deku just says, look, you gotta believe me, it was somebody else that did it. Because even though he saw Gin, he didn't actually see Gin. He was a little far away, but yeah, pretty much he saw somebody. Now, he says it was a guy. He looked very tall. A little too tall. I don't know how tall Gin is in the anime. But anyway, he says that it was a guy. He's a tall guy. Not only that, he's pretty fit or skinny or something like that. Not only that, he just had black hair. That's all he saw. And yeah, they're all like, okay. So it was a guy in black. And freaking Mocha is feeling a little weird right now because of what happened. Deku just says, Mocha, you gotta believe me. It wasn't me. I promise it wasn't me. How does that work? Think about it. Wrong place in the wrong time. Yesterday was on accident. Today, I didn't even know where the girl's dress at because I never actually go there. You guys follow me around most of the time, so you guys would see that I don't go everywhere. And they're like, wait a minute, that is true. We do follow him all the time. Not once have we actually gone to that place. Okay, so that's kind of weird. So, they're just saying, okay. So you saw the person. You saw he has black hair, he's tall, he's fit, and yeah, pretty much we need to find out who it is. So, Deku's just going around, and then he sees Gin. Then after that, Gin tells him a lie, saying, oh yeah, there was somebody here who, how do I say it? Who was going through the freaking... who went through the windows to check on the girls. And yeah, he says, Deku, I need you to go up in there and tell me what you see. So that all happens. Deku gets in trouble because they saw the cameras. The girls start attacking him. Deku doesn't want to hurt any of them because really, it's like, he still saw what happened. But anyway, Deku is told by Mocha that she never wants to see him again due to the fact that all of this happened. Deku was trying to explain what was going on, and yeah, pretty much failed. Now, everything happens up in Canyon, but Deku gets up a little more earlier because he's mad due to the fact that somebody is trying to get him in trouble. Somebody is trying to ruin his reputation. Somebody stopped making Mocha or got Mocha to hate him because of what he did. And who could that all be? It was Gin all along. But anyway, Deku just goes and starts running full speed, trying to find out where she is. Trying to find out all over the school. And then when all hope seems lost, the freaking thing happened with Mocha trying to say get away from me. Deku hearing this, or I think he heard freaking Deku telling Mocha, no. Mocha, oh jeez, sorry. Mocha telling Deku or telling Gin to get away from him, and the fight with the werewolf happens. But Deku just charges because now he's heard freaking Mocha's voice. Deku turning on full Cowling, and his body seems a little more strange. Why is it a little more strange? Well, because 4% of vampiric blood instead of 0.2% of vampire blood has gone into Deku's system. Now, all that... No, wait a minute. Here's the thing. Over the days, little bits of blood have been inside Mocha's teeth, which has been given to freaking Deku. Why? Because for some reason, when she bites him, the freaking blood goes inside of him, as well as her sucking the blood out. So, most times than not, the blood's going to come back, but then there's that little percentage. So, over the days, it's been 4% now of blood. 4% of vampiric blood, to be honest, or to be exact. So, Deku's become a little more cockier due to his freaking him using his vampiric powers. Now it's now Kaioken. Let's say it's Kaioken, like, it looks like Kaioken times 4, where the aura is now red, mixed in with the freaking one for all. One for all. Let's say 20%. I think he's gotten strong enough to do 20%. Or if not, let's say like 18%, but whatever. Deku just runs at freaking, what's his face? Gin trying to punch him, but him missing all the time. Deku getting scratched from the back, scratched from the front. Basically, a little bit of some attacks onto freaking Deku. Deku is feeling a little weak because of this. Mocha's trying to help out, but Deku says, no, don't come any closer. This guy might kill you. And freaking Gin was trying to grab Mocha, but Deku's right behind him, grabbing him, doing a German suplex. After that, Gin is freaking on the floor, feeling the pain. But he's a little woozy. But all he sees is Mocha, silver-haired one, giving Deku some of her blood due to the fact that he technically got shot, or not shot. He needs to heal his wounds, and his wounds aren't healing as fast enough. So, giving him a little bit of an edge. Deku is now on the floor, having his vampiric blood. Let's say now it's 8% of vampiric blood. Now, Deku, all of a sudden, gets back up with a much more blacker, with hair that's a little more blacker. A tattoo insignia is coming around his arm. I don't know what type of tattoo. Give me a second here. Let's say it looks like this on his arm right now. It's somewhat weird. The letters and all that stuff are from a different foreign language. And oh, look, they got the little sparrow thing from Naruto. That's kind of cute. But anyway, Deku gets to become much more powerful. And he becomes much more cocky. Not only that, this permanently gives him another personality. Not like Mocha and silver-haired Mocha. No. They're both one and the same. So, Deku charges at him, while Mocha charges at him as well. Both basically fighting him and basically beating him up. Now, give me a second here, people. Sheesh. Alright, guys, I went to the restroom. But now, anyway, this is back for, I'm back. So, what happens is this. Deku and Mocha basically beat him up, and basically Gin is now friends with them. He gives up because for some reason in the anime, yeah, if you just beat them up, they'll change their ways somewhat. Pretty much, yeah, I didn't get this part as a child, or 14, or something. Don't judge me in life. Now, anyway, what happens is Deku goes around and... Hold on. So, Deku and the others straighten out Gin. And yeah, he's part of the team. Not his harem team. But yeah. And yeah, Deku's going to consider these women people that he cares about a lot. Because yeah, these are the people he cares about. These are the people he cares about these people. All these girls. And yeah, Deku will call them his women. Why? Because now he's much more cockier. He's a little more confident. Let's say he's kind of like Bakugo, but he's not a complete jerk. Which is like, how you say it? Which is an upgrade to freaking Bakugo's personality. But yeah, he's going to have Bon's personality. But if you don't know who Bon is, this is... Give me a... Okay, Bon is this guy right here. And if you don't know, he's from the 7 Deadly Sins. He does all this and... What the fudge? What just happened here? Who made this crap? Who did this? Okay, you know what? Let's just go to this one right here. You know, family friendly. Okay. This is Bon. He's going to have this kind of personality. What's called trying to take the girls away. And he's still a kind-hearted man. Well, Deku is. He's not immortal. But, yeah, he basically has this kind of, don't care. Pretty much, these are my women. He's greedy. He's the sin of greed. Now, yeah, Bon is the sin of greed. It's the greed sin. Or the greed, the fuck sin. But he's not Bon, alright? People, let's just calm down. Everybody, I found a way how to do this. Please respect what I was saying the whole time. Anyway, so, that happens. Now we go on to freaking Mizore. that episode 7. Everything happens basically on that part in the beginning, except for Mizore looking at Deku, seeing that he champions for the freaking weak and helpless. Mizore liking this, and Deku saying, "Oh, thank you. That's very kind of you." And do you want me to look at some of the papers here? And he sees mostly his work, and he's a little nervous, but he knows that, hey, this might be just a fan. He's seen a lot of fans before, like people fanning over, like let's say, idols, pop singers, and people fanboying over freaking All Might. You know, those kinds of people. He's used to that in that world. So Deku's like, "Oh, yeah, thank you. That's very kind of you." Mizore wants to talk to him and say, can we go and do a lot of stuff? Deku's like, yeah, sure. But he's already promised Mocha that he wants to go, or he promised Mocha the whole freaking party thing. So Deku and her do all kinds of things. Not that kinds of things, people. Yeah, perverts. But yeah, they basically do like rock skipping. They talk a little bit about themselves. Mizore coming from a place where it's so cold that basically people who aren't related, like who aren't having her, or who doesn't share her blood, or somebody in her village, yeah, will probably die because of hypothermia. All that stuff happens. Now Deku talks to her and says, "There's a party that I'm going to right now, so I want to invite you." Why? Well, because he sees that she's a little lonely, because she keeps talking about fighting for those people who don't have a voice. And Deku's thinking in his mind, maybe she's one of those people. Why? Well, because she keeps talking about it. That's why. Now, Deku says, "Do you want to come with me?" Her kind of refusing at first because she wanted just Deku, but he says, "Come on, it'll be fun. There's some other people I want to show you off to." And when he said that, she thought, "Show me off? You mean like a girlfriend and all that?" So she's like, okay. You know, just feeling happy. Now, everything it's different now. Because Deku is bringing her along. So none of the things happen, basically, she doesn't freaking turn Super Saiyan ice form. Yeah, she basically goes to the party. But this is when Kurumu and Yukari get kind of jealous because she's a pretty woman. Why wouldn't they be jealous after all that stuff? So yeah, Deku talks to her. Or basically, Deku talks to the girl saying, "Hey, look, I brought somebody else to come here to the party. She's a guest of ours." And they're like, "Guest of ours? We didn't invite anybody else except for this newspaper club." And Deku's like, "Yeah, I know, but she doesn't talk a lot to people. She doesn't talk to a lot of people. So yeah, why wouldn't we talk to her?" Basically, what he's trying to say is that, yeah, she doesn't have anything to do, and she might be a little lonely, so let's cheer her up. They all do that, but Kurumu kind of has a bad feeling about this, telling her, where do you come from, who are you, and Skune, sheesh, fudge. Well, people, over the 3 freaking episodes, or 3 freaking parts that I didn't say his name once. I hope I didn't say his name once. But I did. So you know what? That's a world record for me, people. Where's my cookie? Where's my freaking cookie? But anyway. Deku tells them, "What are you doing to, why are you with our Deku?" She says, "You're Deku." And freaking Deku's like, look, we shouldn't talk about this right now. It's a party. We all should enjoy ourselves. And freaking Mizore says, "You're right. We should enjoy ourselves, Deku. grabbing onto his arm, you know, putting his arm between her boobs, and all that happens. Mizore and freaking Yukari get jealous, and they say, hey, get your hands off of him, you wench. And freaking Yukari says, yeah, that's right, you shouldn't have done that. This is when Mizore says, but he said that he wanted to show me off. And Deku just says, yeah, but we're just friends, right? We're just friends, right? Look, we aren't going out or anything. We didn't even, like, tell each other any of that stuff. And this is when Mizore gets kind of mad, turns Super Saiyan Ice for a couple of seconds, then just gets out of the room, basically running away with tears on her eyes, thinking that somebody probably liked her. And after that, yeah, that not happening. Mocha tells him why did he break her heart? And Deku says, wait a minute here, people. I didn't break her heart. She technically did this on her own. I didn't think she was actually going to think that way. And they're like, they kind of feel bad a little bit, except for Mizore, freaking Yukari and Kurumu. They're like, yeah, but it's kind of, we didn't need her anyway. This is when, I don't know how much time has passed. Deku gets informed about Mizore attacking a freaking teacher. Deku getting sad, and him thinking that maybe it was his fault. But he just basically turns full Calling and runs to wherever she's at. Basically trying to find her in every location known to man, and basically finding her in the cliffs after that. Now, nobody knows that Deku's in the cliffs. And nobody knows that Mizore is in the cliffs. And Deku tells her to calm down, and says, what happened? Why is teacher having ice, or is what's called frozen? Mizore just says, you're not going to believe me, but he attacked me, and I was scared. Look, you don't have to believe me or anything. I know you don't like me or anything, but this is when Deku just charges right at her and slaps her in the freaking face. You guys wouldn't think Deku would do this, but Deku is part vampire now. This is a no-holds-bar here, people. And he hugs her and says, jeez. Look. Just because we're not dating doesn't mean I don't think of you as attractive, alright? It's just, there's 3 other women that are in the party, so it's kind of hard right now for all this to happen. But right now, all that matters is you got attacked, and I'm not saying you did or didn't do it. I won't say anything about this. But I do know that the teacher's hurt. And if you did do it in self-defense, we should tell them that you did it in self-defense because, yeah. And if you're lying, then basically you'll get in trouble. But that's not for me to decide. Either way, you don't have to go through this alone, alright? Just ask me. Bad things won't happen all the time if we just face them head on. Alright, let's just go. And basically, Mizore feels this weird pain twisting and turning inside of her. Deku getting blown away from the ice. Regaining his balance. Regaining his balance and all that stuff. Seeing ice forms of freaking Mizore. Saying that, saying that he doesn't like you. He's just toying with you. And this is when Deku's eyes turn red. Why? Well, because one of his eyes I wanted to put red, and then another one after that green, because he's taken 4% and has been using it constantly for training purposes. Now, all that happens. Deku just tells them that They do not know. They do not know who he is. They're not the real Mizore. What she feels is what she feels. You are just her clones. And Deku's turning into his, like, let's say Bond mode or something like that, saying, you girls just get away from my woman. Why? Well, because Deku freaking did all that, said all that. Why wouldn't he just say that? So, the ice clones try to attack him, but Deku just basically snaps, kicks them in the neck. Well, one of them in the neck. After that, running behind another one, what's it called? Stabbing her through the freaking back. After that, the other one doesn't see it, but Deku is already in the air behind her, kicking her torso in, or basically breaking her back. After that, the other one doesn't know what's happening, but sees freaking Deku's hand on her freaking face, crushing it. Basically, that one goes down, and the other one is basically pushed out of the off the cliff. That all happens. Mizore says, but everything I did, because she still feels this pain inside of her. Even after that, her clones attacked him. She truly will never want her clones to attack him because it's Deku. Deku says this. What do you feel right now? Do you feel anger? What do you want? Do you want something in life? Do you want a purpose? And she says she just wants him to be with her. Deku says, well, I technically can't be just yours due to the fact that there's all these two other women, which, yeah, Deku sees Yukari as someone who is strong, well, mostly because of her, like, he would trust her with his life because she's not one to, like, betray him. Not only that, she doesn't try to stand out all the time and just fights with them. Not only that, she likes him, and he just can't, he knows he's going to lose in that one. Kurumu, like, protected him. Not only that, freaking stood up for him all those other times with Gin and fought with him, or has just basically always pampered him and done all that stuff. And then there's Mocha. And yeah, he loves her, and he loves her as well. Why? Well, because she was the first person, technically, to have met him and accepted him because he was a human. Now, okay. Deku talks to freaking, no. He says that, yeah, Mocha does her own stuff too. Not only that, she tries to put herself in harm's way, even though she has another form that is strong, but she only, but if I'm not there to unlock her freaking Rosario or something like that, or her rosary, basically she's weak. And sometimes she had to fight and protect me with her freaking powers, even though she didn't even have any powers. So it's not all bad. You just try to find love. You want to find love, and I guess by technicality's sake, you see me as a kind person and somebody who fights for, like, people. And yeah, right now we don't know each other, but I would like to get to know you. And besides, this is school anyway. We're all supposed to be fair and kind to others, or at least to other kids. But him thinking in his mind, this is not how we did things in our school. Well, yeah, basically except for the whole bullying of him. But anyway, the teacher gets mad and tries to attack freaking Mizore for what happened. Deku is right there in front of him doing a punching him straight in the freaking gut. Punching him so hard that the guy bleeds out. His ribs are kind of cracked. Not only that, his gut is basically kind of messed up. So yeah, because, you know why? Because I wanted to do a little fight scene right here where the freaking guy gets mad at her because he tried to take advantage of her. Mizore saying what happened, the guy saying it was a bunch of bull. Nobody believed him, and him saying it doesn't matter anyway. He'll what's called kill all of them if he has to. So yeah, Deku just beats him up. All of that happens. Freaking Mizore getting her own little haircut. And yeah, pretty much all that happens. Without the fact that Mocha, Yukari, or Mizore was there. It was all because Deku's powers are now rising up to the challenge. Anyway, this is the fallout. Oh, wait. Okay. Now, anyway, this is the end of part 4. Like, comment, and do subscribe to the channel, people. This is the fallout, whatever here. Bye.